For my prop box, I chose to do a vet clinic. So for this, I would put all of this inside a basket and I would have it labeled vet prop box or vet clinic so that the students would know what box they were going towards to play that day. So all of these materials I would put inside this box. I just went ahead and turned it over, and this is the bottom facing up, and so that would be the kids' table, or they could put it on the desk, whatever they chose to do. And I would provide a blanket or a towel or just whatever they wanted to use for the animals. So right now I have a dog and a cat. I would provide more animals as the students would ask, or if I found ones I thought the students would like to play with. And so for the materials that would go inside the box, I have a mask and gloves just so the students have something to wear to make them feel more like doctors or nurses or more like a vet. And so then I'd have a thermometer so they could check the temperature, some popsicle sticks. I would have them use these as tongue suppressors, or if they wanted to check their ears, nose, whatever. And then I have a medicine syringe. They could use this as a shot, or they could use it to suck up medicine out of a bottle. And I have two empty bottles. I would change the labels, maybe put in this one like hydrogen peroxide, like on the outside, or maybe alcohol or something that the students would know what it is, so then that they would know how to use it with the animals. So then for bandages, I'd have Band-Aids, some cotton balls, and some gauze. And the students could use the cotton balls and act like it was hydrogen peroxide or alcohol, then clean the wound, and then wrap up the animal. And then I have a ruler so that the students could measure the height and length of the animals. And then I found this really cute exam sheet online, and it has who the patient is, and it has pictures to go along with that. They could do the pet name. They could come up with this, be creative. If it's a girl or a boy, they could be creative with the weight. And then the temperature, they can use the thermometer that is given in the box. They can say how they think the patient is feeling, check off what they checked at the exam, the diagnosis, treatment plan, how many days the animal should wait before they go back outside and play, and then have the student sign their name and also draw a picture of the patient. I think this is really great so they can get creative artistically with the kit as well. And then if a student wanted to be the receptionist at the vet's office, or if the student just wanted to be able to do everything, I would provide a calculator so that they could add up the expenses of the vet visit. I'd also have a play phone. It could be any kind of phone, so they could act like they were taking calls for vet appointments. And then I would use fake money for the students, especially if you teach math in the classroom and you have fake money like bills, coins. That can also help the students with learning that, as well as you could use old gift cards as credit or debit cards. So this is just a little overview of my vet prop box. Hi, I'm Emily Blaylock, and I chose to do a vet clinic for my prop box. So some cognitive growth that I think would be available in this prop box would be the students would be able to follow the list of procedures that are on the exam sheet. They'd be able to use their imagination to be able to come up with the weight of the animal, the name, if the student that is bringing in the animal hasn't said, or if it's a girl or a boy. And so I went ahead and filled out the exam sheet. And so they get to draw the animal and just circle how the animal's feeling, check off what they did, the diagnosis, stuff like that. And it really helps them be more imaginative with what they're doing, and they're also being able to come up with just how the animal is feeling, why it's at the vet, stuff like that. It can really help guide the play that they are doing. The social emotional growth would associate with how the students think the animal's feeling, as well as still using the exam sheet. Um, they they could see how the students are able to communicate with each other and how they're able to communicate with how the animal's feeling, how they think. They can go about treating the animal if they are working together as a vet clinic. Third is the physical motor growth. They'd be able to use the bandages, so being able to use cotton or the band-aids or the gauze to wrap up the bandages. This is using their physical motor growth, being able to wrap up the animal's wound, as well as using the syringe, giving the animals their medicine. They'd pull this up and suck up some of the medicine and then give it to the animals, as well as being able to measure the animals with a ruler. I think that is that really tests their physical motor growth. And then lastly is the language literacy growth. They'd be able to come up with what is on the exam sheets, being able to practice writing, being able to read the exam sheet. That's something that's really important. You want to make sure that the students know what all of the words are that are on the exam sheet so that they are able to easily play and understand what they are doing, as well as being able to use the money. They need to be able to know what the types of money are, as well as being able to use the calculator, just stuff like that, being able to really know the literacy and language that goes into what they are playing.